Ready for this? I hope so, because I am going to demystify Amazon in less than 10 minutes. The Amazon plan I'm about to show you is so simple that anyone can replicate it, even if you're a total beginner. But don't let that fool you. It gets proven results if you follow it carefully. So keep watching, because I'm going to demystify the entire Amazon process for you. Now, it goes without saying that there's a lot that goes into creating a powerful and profitable Amazon plan, so that as your business grows, your Amazon sales will grow with it. But when you're just getting started, Amazon does not have to be overly complicated or overwhelming. The truth is, your entire Amazon plan can be broken down into 5 very simple steps that anyone can follow to get results. Yes, even if you're just getting started. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you in this video. I'm revealing the exact 5-step Amazon plan that I followed to take this health and beauty product from 0 to 68K in just 28 days, and then turn it into a multiple 7-figure Amazon account just a few months later. And yes, it was only one product. There are no quick hacks or weird tricks in this video. You know, I don't hide anything, so what you'll find here are proven, cutting-edge Amazon moves that work. So if you're into that kind of thing, you know what to do. Make sure to subscribe to my channel below for even more Amazon videos like this. And don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when your next video goes live. All right, let's dive into the most often forgotten, yet most important steps of a solid Amazon plan. Step 1. If you want to be successful, no matter what product, niche, or business you have, then you have to know your customers, like really know them, and how to communicate to them. Now, you already know this, but if you try to sell to everyone, you'll end up selling to no one. And this is true no matter what type of awesome, universal, helps everybody and their dog type of product you have. If you want to actually move products on Amazon, you need to form an emotional connection with your shoppers first. And in order to do that, you need to speak their language. And in order to do that, you need to talk about their core values, the things that drive them to take action, their deepest, darkest desires and fears that either motivate them or hold them back. You get the picture. So let me give you a really good example from a brand that I love. So let's say that I'm selling deodorant to women. Deodorant, right? Tons of options are widely available. It's a basic commodity, and it's basically for everyone, right? The market is incredibly saturated. I mean, there's nothing more common than deodorant. So in order to stand out and get customers in a market like that, you really need to know your customers, like really know them, and then be able to address their biggest values, their desires, and embarrassments in your marketing. You need to speak their language. And a brand that does this really well right now is a brand called Lume. They sell deodorant for women, but they have a very specific USP, and they target a very specific audience. Their deodorant solves all odor problems. They know their audience better than anyone else. They are speaking directly to women by saying Lume is for pits, privates, and beyond. It's genius. And hey, I love how they're actually helping to solve real problems for real people. Problems that very few are even willing to talk about. So the bottom line is this: really get to know who you're selling to. What are their pains? What are their embarrassments? When you do that, really most of the hard work is already done, because that understanding will inform literally all of your Amazon efforts and campaigns. So this really does need to be one of the very first things that you consider when you're starting to look at your Amazon plan. And yes, you know I got you. I've broken all this down for you inside of my free Amazon Swipes, which literally packs my years of creating Amazon marketing that has driven over $100 million in sales on Amazon. So make sure to check that out at the end of this video if you need a little TLC in that department. All right, that leads us to the second step of any solid Amazon plan. Step 2, identify your positioning strategy. So the first thing you need to do when you're building out your positioning strategy is research. I know research is everyone's favorite thing to do, right? Well, research can be really profitable, and profit's kind of fun. So you don't want to skip this step. You want to know what your shoppers are searching for and how to position yourself on Amazon to get seen. And one of the best places to start is by doing keyword research. Understanding the best keywords to use will not only give you insight into what your audience is actually looking for, but also how to get in front of them in the shortest time possible. Now remember, just because someone is selling something similar to you doesn't make it a bad thing. In fact, having successful competitors are a proof of concept. that there's actually a market for what you have to offer. And that's a really, really good thing. Now I can tell you from experience that there are slow paths to ranking page 1 on Amazon for great keywords. And there are fast paths. Like we did for this barbecue product that was hovering at over 30,000 in bestsellers rank on Amazon, which is not really good at all. But with some of the changes I'm about to show you, it leaped over 29,000 other listings and settled to 832 all in just 24 hours. And it's not the first time. But to position your product properly like that on Amazon means targeting the right keywords in the right way. So the first thing that I suggest you do is to make a list of the different products you could compete against. So for this product, a lip liner pencil, we would find Buxom, Honeybee Gardens, Julep with a Trace, Bisanti Cosmetics, Iconic London, and Lauren Brooke. Okay, so this is just a running list of top competitors in the lip liner market. Now these products will be the seeds that we will use to grow a huge list of keywords. And those keywords are what we'll use to target our dream shoppers on Amazon. So this is where the research phase really comes into play. You take those products, grab the ASIN, which is just an alphanumeric string right here, and you use a tool to do a reverse ASIN search. Now there are lots of tools that you can use for research like this, like Helium 10, Seller App, or my favorite, Jungle Scout. So you just copy and paste those ASINs into your app of choice and sift through all the search results. These are all the highly searched terms of your target audience. But note, the more competition your keywords have, the harder it will be for you to rank for those keywords and to stand out. So the name of the game here is to really just understand your audience and what they're searching for. And of course, check out your competitors' listings. Listings that are actually ranking in the top few spots on Amazon, and understand what they're doing. What kind of images do they use? What price points do they have? What is their keyword density? And what can you do better or different? Now, of course, you want to take into consideration your keywords, but ultimately, the purpose of your Amazon product page isn't just to be searchable, but to actually sell. You didn't jump onto Amazon to get views. You started Amazon to add money to a bank account. Now, trust me on this one, because I learned the hard way and I got really beat up really fast. If you don't set up your listing correctly, it's kind of like asking Loki to watch your wallet. That's why Amazon structure is critically important to converting shoppers into buyers. Now, don't worry if you haven't heard about Amazon structure before, most haven't, but how you structure your Amazon listing is just the way you take shoppers in a path that leads them to the add to cart button. Most sellers get this wrong, and it's the reason you may be waking up to no new sales. But for us, we can take a peek at this heat map for one of our top performing listings. This shows exactly where shoppers are looking when landing on a product page. You can see that their eyes naturally are drawn to very specific sections of the Amazon listing. Right over here is perhaps the most active part of your listing. So top priority must be given to setting up your images in a way that can sell. People are really looking for an emotional connection to their desires, or a way to avoid those deepest, darkest fears. That has to show up on the top of your image stack. Notice also that they're looking at the title. So the title is your biggest piece of SEO real estate on Amazon, which means that it's critically important to the Amazon algorithm. But it's also very important to the actual human beings who land on your listing. And this is the reason that layered Amazon planning is the best way to build your Amazon sales. And I know that can sound a bit overwhelming, but I promise you there's a simple process and simple systems that you can implement to make all of this a million times easier. So I actually go into my entire Amazon layering strategy and how I create fresh and profitable Amazon presence inside my brand new Amazon program. For the first time ever, I'm revealing the step-by-step strategies and resources I use to grow brands from the ground up on Amazon in over 1,067 niches. It's kind of like getting to look over my shoulder as I launch or relaunch Amazon listings, or write Amazon copy, or set up promotional ad campaigns and craft images that boost conversions. Except even better, because instead of learning just what I did, you're actually going to learn exactly how I did it and get absolutely everything you need to do it too. This is by far the juiciest resource I've ever released. So if you want to get my proven insider strategies and repeatable processes and customizable Amazon blueprints that you can apply immediately to your own business to boost your rank and ignite sales, just click the link in the description box below or the pinned comment and check out that guide. It's free, no strings, not even an email opt-in. It's just part of my mission to help 1,000 people get to $100,000 in Amazon sales. I'm so excited about it. All right, so now that you have your Amazon layering strategy in motion, it's time to consider the next step of your Amazon plan, which is step number 4, build an Amazon funnel. So up to this point, we've been talking a lot about your front-end Amazon efforts, right? And while this may not generate sales directly, it is getting you ready for what comes next. Because when it comes to creating your Amazon funnel, you have a lot of different options you could try. You could do a bought with funnel, an organic pushover funnel, an affinity funnel, a post funnel, with literally dozens of other combinations. But let me just ease your mind a little. All you need is one simple Amazon funnel to get started. That's all I used to add $1.4 million in new Amazon sales for this product in under 6 months. And that's all you need right now. And then of course you can always test and expand from there. So the basic funnel that I recommend looks something like this. First, a funnel is all about directing traffic to your Amazon listing in the simplest way possible. So you can do this organically or with paid advertising. Now, organic traffic will come from all the hard work you did earlier with your keywords and strategically planning your listing, and that's why SEO is so important. But also you could pay for traffic with Amazon advertising. And there are a lot of ways to build your Amazon ads, but when starting out on your own without professional guidance, I find the most effective and simple way is just to set up an auto campaign. To do this, go to your campaign manager, create a new campaign, pick automatic targeting, and that will get you started and on your way. Then if you've set up everything right up until this point, your paid traffic should be turning browsers into buyers. And of course, I just offered you my free course, which you can get in the description or the pinned comment of this video, that has multiple resources on how you can optimize your ads, your listings, and even some of my resources on my secret Amazon PPC moves. But what I just showed you is an example of one funnel in action. Now, once you've got those shoppers, the next step of the funnel is to actually nurture those customers and build relationship and awareness and loyalty for your brand. Because Amazon is actually doing everything in its power to keep shoppers hidden from you and keep them loyal only to Amazon. That includes hiding your customer information from you. So you got to take some steps to transform Amazon shoppers into your shoppers. And typically this involves incentives. You want to get them off of Amazon's platform to a place that you control. Often this is an email list or can be an SMS or groups or whatever you want. First, you create an insert and ship it along with your products. On that insert, you typically don't want to try selling a brand new customer another product right out of the gate. First, you want to draw them in and maybe offer them an irresistible offer on another product from your product line. Or you could simply offer them more of the same product that they just purchased. You want something enticing that makes it easy to say yes. Then once they're on your list, you send them a series of emails to welcome and indoctrinate them into your brand. Let them know what they can expect from you and what they should be excited about. And then this is the most important part. Stay in their inbox consistently. So this means showing up with regular emails on a consistent schedule. And lastly, of course, the point of why we're doing all of this is to sell. Now, of course, you don't want to lead with that right out of the gate. So generally speaking, for this, you'll need a webinar, a newsletter, videos, helps, aids, coaching, or any other sort of value-added service to make your customer's life a little bit happier. Now we're moving on to our next step of your Amazon plan, which is step number 5, monitor, metrics, and test. I cannot tell you how important this step is. Ultimately, Amazon marketing is just one giant experiment. At the end of the day, there's no one right way to do it. Data-driven decision-making is your ultimate goal. So really, put on that scientist cap and jump in the lab. Hey, we're gonna try it out and see what works. Now, in the beginning, you might not have much data to make decisions from, and that's okay. Remember, everyone starts somewhere, but as soon as you can, you should be monitoring your metrics. You want to see what's working so you can do more of that, of course, but you also want to see what's not working so that you can maybe pivot or change course and direction. Now, this looks like running ads and seeing which ads are most successful by monitoring the click-through rates and the conversion rates, and seeing which keywords the majority of your successful traffic is coming from, and testing different sections of your listing, like seeing which image stack actually sells more or converts more. All of this information is really going to help you zone in and create more targeted Amazon listings and ads for the right people, which is sort of the name of the game. But remember, Amazon is not linear. It's always changing. So what worked last month might not work this month or next month. And that's okay. That's why you test. And no matter what, stay true to you and continually revisit everything you've mapped out in step one. Because remember, as a passionate business builder, you have the creative superpower to literally change lives. And it's your duty to protect that superpower at all costs and stay focused on the impact you're here to make. And that's why I created this playlist right here, because people are curious about my process. Like, Sean, how did you help brands sell over $100 million on Amazon? And honestly, if I had to sum it all up in one word, I would say this: change. I paired what's working in the Amazon market today with timeless Amazon principles that have worked for me consistently over the past decade. I'll see you on the first video in that playlist.